We're continuing our journey through the Psalms, and today we're in Psalm 3. Tehillim Gimel in Hebrew, the Gimel being the letter that stands for the letter 3. And this is a psalm that is attributed to David, and it's in a very specific situation. Many of the psalms have a superscription, they have a title, a title to them, describing the reason why they've been written. And this particular superscription, this particular entitling, is to do with David fleeing from his son Absalom, when his son Absalom led a coup against him and forced him off the throne, and David had to flee Jerusalem. And so it's in that context, and we're given that context at the beginning of the psalm, that David writes these words, which are saying, Lord, how many are my enemies? People have risen up against me. People are saying there's no help for you. There's no Yeshua is the word. There's no salvation. There's no rescue for you in God. But he continues to trust in God. He puts his hope in God. He calls God his shield, his magen. And he says to God that Atak vodi v'merim roshi, you are my glory and the lifter of my head. And that word kavod, glory, is a very important word in Hebrew. It comes from a word that means weighty or heavy. And it has the sense of something coming down and sitting upon us and weighing upon us. If you think about a planet has gravity and it attracts things towards it. And this is what the glory of God is like. When the glory of God comes close to us, his gravity draws us towards him. His gravity has an effect on us. It has it impinges on our being. And David is saying to God, you are my glory. You are the one to whom I gravitate. You are the one on whom I lean. You are my shield, my magen, and you are the raiser up, the lifter up, merim roshi, the lifter up of my head. And therefore David is not discomforted. He knows that there will be salvation, but he has to call on God. And that towards the end of this psalm, he says, Hoshieni, deliver me, where the word Hosanna comes from. Hoshieni, it's a word that appears often in the Psalms. Deliver me, save me. The word Hosanna comes from that root. Hoshieni, rescue me, O God. And he's looking to God to finally be the rescuer of his being. Of course, we know that the ending of this story is that Absalom is discomfited, Absalom is removed from the throne, and David is restored to the throne. But at this point where David is writing it, he is having to really trust in God. He's putting all his trust, all his hope in him, knowing that God is the one who will not be defeated. Even though people are saying to David, give up, there's no hope in this situation, David does not give up hope. When we face situations where we're tempted to give up hope, let us cry out to God and say, God, even though there seems to be no hope, you are my shield, you are my glory, you are the one to whom I gravitate, and you are merim roshi, you are the lifter of my head. Have a very good day.